Sorry for being late, everyone. We had ran into some traffic dropping my oldest off at work, so let's go get this repaired. Have you watched this trailer before, my son? Oh, he's deafened. He wants to completely focus on the trailer. Hey, Marcus, how you holding up, bud? I know you're stressed out about moving. Trust me, moving is incredibly stressful. Mm-hmm. Like, death in a family, divorce, moving. Like those, marriage. Yep. Marriage and changing jobs. Invite to party. Nice. That's exciting, bud. Now you know who that is, wife. And here she is, come to give him a piece of her mind. It's true. Very true. That's a cute outfit. You're already in the Rising Stones, aren't you?
No.
Where are you? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to get started because I usually spend a lot of time chatting.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. What'd you think of the trailer?
So good.
I know you're nervous, Marcus, but I'm excited for you. I think it'll be an improvement. Recap session. It's important for a role-playing game to have recap sessions.
We haven't seen story stuff in like 3 days.
Right? You gotta remember, it was like 4 or 5 months for people that were live.
And that included you at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it did.
You got to see the abysmal player queues.
Yes, I did.
What was it, 14 mil? Or 1.4?
No, it wasn't the millions. It was... I think the highest number I ever saw was 25,000. Let's go.
I'm actually gonna probably struggle catching up to you because you have a better PC than me now.
Not by much. But I'm going to be spending a lot of time chatting with people, so it's fine.
Maybe even more time to catch up. You have like mostly better parts than me. Well, you have the better parts that matter. Which is like GPU.
We have the same core. I have a better graphics card. I think I have more RAM.
You just have the better version. I think I have DDR4.
Mine is DDR5.
So it's marginally better, but still better. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I think Mom has 64? Or
In
close
our
to that?
current machine?
In her current config, maybe?
32, right?
I don't remember now.
Oh my god.
I know it can go up even higher, but I don't remember.
I don't think you need that much RAM. Like, if you're doing gaming, 32 is fine. If you're doing, like, editing, 64 is fine. You only go higher if you're... The only time you go need a higher RAM is if you're not doing a computer anymore, is when you have a server.
And that's what Mom wants.
Next step.
Nope, not for me. Alright, first of all, we're gonna go here.
Okay, yes, I am at 64 gigs of RAM. I remember.
Okay. Oh.
Marcus, I feel for you.
That's all I had for the longest time, Marcus.
I remember from, like, one of my first, like, own PC, it had 8 gigs. But it wasn't, like, 2 sticks of 4. It was 1 stick of 8.
Mm-hmm. Didn't we get you at another stick of 8 just to double it up for you?
No.
No.
The only time we tried to upgrade it was when I wanted to add fans and then it bricked.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you didn't talk to Mother first.
It was Hazel who gave me the fans.
Yeah.
Lesson about not opening up and working on their PCs without coming to me first. And sometimes
Oh.
that is a
Oh,
painful
can
lesson
I?
you just have to learn.
Can I?
You might be able to throw me an invite soonish.
Let me know when.
Yeah, I'm just like loading into the thing. I think if you send it now, I'll still have enough time to accept it.
Cute Stuff did not build herself a gaming rig. She built herself a editing rig. So she has a worse graphics card than I do. She has more RAM. She has a way better processor. She has an i9 specifically built for graphic shit.
As a rule, I spend more time on my computer editing, so it makes the most sense for me to
They've almost finished loading our cargo.
focus on
We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or
than
so
to
I'm told.
focus on gaming.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Boy, son,
Yeah?
Other boy son.
have you tried the honey stuff? Is it working? Okay.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense.
I
with
saw
the
that
sir,
visual,
especially in private company.
and I don't know what to think about it.
Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Little Lord Alphino.
Better.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell-bent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
I'm in the same boat, Marcus. Have you seen the trailer for Please Put These On, Takamine-san?
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, go.
Good. You're still here.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Do you know how to find trailers on My Anime List or any other anime site? Or you can just look it up on YouTube. Go watch the trailer and then compare it to the artwork of the manga. It's awful. It's horrifyingly bad.
We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We set the sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught
I
of
see
value.
where you're at in the street
Wish
in
us
the
luck.
trailer.
Yep. I'm ahead of you.
Uh-huh.
That's okay. I have no doubt he will.
Have a safe journey, and please, be careful.
Alex and I are about the same point.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Blinky Hill. Oh. Gotta spend those Bezo bucks. Appreciate you, man.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux.
I don't know if you were just
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end.
Oh, I love that Emmett is the frickin' narrator right here.
Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Yeah. 2 more weeks until the last chapter. Give or take.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
There in the depths where souls and stars rest.
I expect you're probably going to do the conclusion video.
Oh, huge one. I'm not holding back. It's going to be a good 2-week project. I'm hoping to get ahead on magic content. And next... Aether Drift wasn't that interesting of a set as far as Commander goes. A lot of cool stuff for Standard, even some modern, some interesting stuff for Modern and the other set formats, but as far as Commander, I feel like I've exhausted it. None of the other Commanders, like, excite me, but I'm already excited for Dragons of Tarkir.
Feel.
Or whatever it's called. Tarkir Dragonstorm? Tarkir whatever.
Think.
We'll see. We've got one more chapter, Blinky.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
I want a Sid Commander deck.
Though
We'll
we're
get one.
hardly alone in that.
But...
Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Aww. The Final Fantasy set's the summer set.
Yeah.
We're getting the spring set first.
Called out to you, you say?
I know. You'll probably get Sid
I've heard
soon,
nothing
but then
myself.
July comes out in June, so May
In any case,
is when we can
I
expect
dare say the
spoilers.
sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck?
The
Charlene
stream
should be
that
coming into view
starts.
at any moment.
The stream that starts the spoilers for the Tarkir set is next week? No, I think it's the week after. Look at my calendar. Yeah, it's the 18th. And next Friday is the patch 7.2 trailer, or 7.2 stream, so I'll be watching that.
I'm not that interested in stuff until we get the Nintendo Direct on April 2nd.
Are we postponing Aid's birthday for that?
Yes, Aid's birthday is getting pushed back a day.
Nintendo is giving a birthday present to Aid, and the rest of us all get to enjoy it as well.
Who's
What about
that,
the
son?
3-day rule.
Oh,
I'm not there yet. Don't say anything.
Okay.
I am glad.
Spoilers.
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal. After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Eidolon has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him.
Ooh, top 10 losing heroines? Actually, all 4 of the girls that lost on quintuplets would be on the list, because I literally hated... She was the only girl... The girl that won was the one that I hated the most of that series. Loathed her. Like, 0 character growth, complete doormat of a human being. Loathed her. And because Worst Girl got picked, I now hate that series. And I don't talk about series that I hate in videos. I don't want to spend the effort on things that I hate. I'd rather talk about things I enjoy. Because rules of the internet, rule number 19, the more you hate it, the stronger it gets. Don't talk about things that you hate if you want them to go away.
Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered.
Oh.
Because the first example that came to my mind would be Sailor Moon.
A losing heroine is a girl in a harem who did not wind up with main boy. That's the term losing heroine. That's, yeah. So 3 or 4 girls, Sailor Moon does not qualify. Nope. Sailor Mercury might. Oh, did any of the other girls have a crush on?
Strength grows, the swifter
I don't
does
think
mine
so.
own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift
lose.
betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Sort of. It's okay.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and
Family playing?
mine.
Yeah, they're ahead of me on cutscenes.
No, you and I are about the same.
I think Mom's ahead.
Mom is ahead.
Yeah, this is my first time doing Endwalker.
Which will decide the
No
fate
spoilers,
of this
please.
world and all life upon upon it.
If you want to talk spoilers, you can go to my dad's channel, which I don't know if we're linked yet.
We're not. Hang on, let me knock on your door.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable. Then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
My Teen Romantic Stuff Comedy Snafu, I have yet to watch it. I know that's blasphemous. Time. I've been interested. I've been enjoying the clips I've seen of it. It looks fun.
Folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
Is that you?
I will not keep you further.
My yarn was not behaving.
Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
So will I finish this project before we finish all of the MSQ for Final Fantasy? And I'm not sure.
If
Well,
we're
there's-
estimating about 40 hours counting queue times and leveling up alts and stuff like that, and
And a
40
good morning
hours
to
per
you too.
expansion,
Taking a look at the island already?
that's 80 hours. Do you think you can finish what you got in 80 hours?
Let's go.
Well, we also have
Might still
Donfell
be
to go
running
to.
a trow if we're lucky.
80 hours divided by 12 is 96. 8, I've got something for you. There's a honey thingy right there. Those are cough drops and sore throat thingies, and they are delicious, and
sleepers
you
have
can
a
feel
risen.
free to eat them.
Don't eat them all at once.
There she is.
Do
Good
not look in
old
that bag
Charlotte.
behind you. I will spank your butt.
Oh, I see it.
I don't care if you're sick. Here we are, baby. Yeah.
Additionally, my characters want to as well.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes.
Or do we want to give
But
them
we'll
NyQuil?
manage
It's
on
late
our
enough.
own, if we must.
If you give them NyQuil now, it'll
You do know
Their
you're
sleep
not alone
schedule.
in this, don't you?
So
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
before they get their sleep routine.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon
There's
arrival,
Powerade.
we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper.
Underneath Mom and I's fridge in the closet is some Powerade.
There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Hang on, Blinky. Let's. Because you know they announced we're getting a season 2 of Bunny Girl Senpai, and talk about top tier writing, just absolutely phenomenal back and forth antics. But the line of my teen romantic comedy snafu, like I seen the clip where the guy's lying on the floor and comments on the girls, "Oh, black panties, you were expecting something else." That's hilarious, because you never see that in anime. That is just no. You're even grinning, honey. That's a cute line, isn't it?
The solitary island nation of the northern seas, where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
All right, son. My first choice for a new housing district is still the Crystarium. My second choice is Charlian.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Oh,
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct
There's
ties,
so many places in
myself included,
the first that
may be
would be great
refused
housing.
outright.
Nice. Yesterday I was catching up, and I didn't get to do laundry today because I was so busy running other errands. But yesterday I was catching up on Red Ranger, and It Becomes an Adventure in Another World. Holy crap, that was so funny.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Yeah, I'm only on episode 2, so I'm not that much further ahead. But it is
Right.
delightful.
So let us be
It's
absolutely
just
clear on
dumb
these
fun.
points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Charlian's
you're
views
sick.
on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
We're going to restore the Order of Baldessian.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration offices were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Usually I fold laundry on Fridays, and I usually wait till 10 o'clock so that way the 2 episodes that air on Friday that I normally watch have posted and I can watch them. I am weeks
Greetings.
behind
We've just
on...
arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our
Dad's been reincarnated, but I am caught up on... what posted today? Receptionist. I've already read the books, though, so I'm not really... Probably shouldn't care as much, but I just enjoy the hell out of it. It's so dumb. What's the other one that airs on Fridays? Hang on.
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class. Again, one I'm caught up on.
I am. Grahat here of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Gotta stick to the schedule.
And it
Right,
seems
son?
some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step
Let's stick
forward,
to the
we can
schedule.
process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
Y'shtola rule. I want a glowing book that
See how
automatically
it
writes my
glows.
thoughts into it.
That list is etherically linked with
I've
the
heard good
citizen
things about
registry
Amagami
kept
Sisters.
in the main repository.
Would you like me to open that for you, my love?
No, not yet.
What'd you just do?
Yep, they are powered off and... Well, we're gonna have fun with that later.
You clipped the power bar?
No. But something else with the box. And
Pushed it.
The
Mhm.
foot hit up against the box. Yeah. Oh. That needs to come out.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home.
Otherwise I can't see your shit.
That's not good.
Now, who do we have here?
It minimized the window.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Error.
Your applications have also been approved.
Oh, because their
Having said
names
that-
got stripped, remember? Having
The
said
streets
that.
are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
No, I felt like error came up on your PC.
No. No.
Okay, what was the error message? Let me start troubleshooting.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
I can absolutely see that
We shall
happening.
keep that in mind.
I mean,
These last
like
two are not
all
shy
anime,
creators.
she's discovering the
We'll find
power
their
of
credentials
friendship.
during- An application was made in advance.
Shit is magic.
Magic is heresy.
Heresy.
The two strongest warriors on the planet. Thank you very much.
Name and occupation?
Teruvia, hero. Do I? Yeah, why not? Champion of Eorzea.
And it is a title well earned, I can assure you.
An adventurer by trade is what your documentation indicates. No mention of this particular title. Self-appointed, I take it. Either way, your employer seems willing to vouch for your character, so I shall, albeit reluctantly, grant you entry. Champion. And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Unemployed. In Greenland.
If you'll allow me,
Kryl.
my associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Unemployed. In Greenland.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
Oh, they're so stuffy
I have
and
every
bureaucratic.
confidence
You
in
feel
my
like you're
chosen
going,
company,
oh, wife.
dear and trusted comrades that they are.
Understand how this works.
But I thank you for your concern.
I'm not saying it's the right way to do things, but I do understand how it works.
Oh, do you know I need to open that for you?
I'm getting all the Aether thingy, so... Although I did forget to
Croyle,
set it as
it is
my
good to see you.
Home.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place.
Oh,
Let's be
excuse
on
me.
our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
This place is crazy. You'll get it down pretty quick,
As
though.
your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Who's that? Roseanne. Ha!
I don't know if that was supposed to be a compliment or an insult.
Or just nothing.
What the hell? Oh no, what have I done?
May not be welcome with the level of your estate as such, but would like to nose around the neighborhood at the same time. Oh,
What do you have in Marble
untethered.
Stealing?
Quick tour of the old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. It was west of the Aetherai Plaza, wasn't it? Should join you there and on. Yes, we'll see you there. But I leave. Won't be necessary until we reconvene. I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. But I could. Oh. How would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Dusty? I mean, I'm already a white devil. Did I have to be dusty? All right. Let's go get... You remember how, I know it wasn't that long ago, how you had to go to BFE to get your gear? Your class gear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Is that you, son? It is you. Okay, follow me. Set
that's
on the
me.
list. Yeah, get this. They're not here yet, but they will be. This desk
Okay.
right here is where the vendor will be to get our class gear.
Alright, where's the quest for the class gear? Quest?
Ha ha.
Are they in a different thing?
No, you get it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll quest will come later.
It's
Alright.
tied to the MSQ.
No, I mean like roll quest.
Oh, later.
Okay. So, Sharlayan is the big city with the early game gear. Then later we'll get to
The other city.
The tombstone gear.
You'll see. Do you remember how the zone that, hang on, let me pull up the name of the zone. Calusia. Do you remember how Calusia had Ulamore, but we couldn't really do... Ulamore was right there, but we couldn't really stay in Ulamore until later?
Yeah.
This expansion has a couple of zones where we go there early, and then we come back to those zones for the second half of the zone, which is a much higher level.
That's where we get... Which is when we get ether currents and...
Yeah.
Got it. I have 2 more to unlock? Yeah. Oh, I hope there's not something that tells me to go back to. So I just went out of here on my own.
I'm gonna go do the quest real quick, where I'm getting escorted around. This city is so empty. I was here on opening day, and this was the major city for most of the expansion on a high pop server. So this city and the other city were packed constantly. It's nuts how packed it was. Nix, thank you so much for the subscription. How are you? Sorry, I haven't read your most recent messages because I've been streaming. I'll get to them eventually. Good, good. Thank you so much for the subscription. Did you get the gummy bears or the gummy worms? Bears. That's right, it's the first one of these quests, so they have to explain it to you. Oh, I love Final Fantasy. I grew up with this game. I will continue to play this game. I'm excited for the expansion. I'm excited for, haven't got to play 16 yet, haven't beaten 15. It's true. It's true. Like, I actually kind of want to do a video talking about how Dawn Trail... A lot of people complained about Dawn Trail, and I understand complaining about the fact that Wook Lamont never shuts up. Because Wook Lamont is top 3 most voice-acted lines out of every NPC in the game. And the fact that Wook Lamont talks more than characters that have been with us since day 1 is like, that's kind of a lot. But at the same time, Dawn Trail is the new Realm Reborn. It's the new intro, you know? It's the new, we're setting things up for what's coming next. And I have some predictions about that, but I don't want to spoil anything for my son who I'm streaming with, so we can talk about this privately. Q Stuff doesn't really care about spoilers, so I don't have a problem with her editing a video about it. But especially with what... Yeah. Because... I mean, and that and Dawn Trail ended... Or not Dawn Trail. We didn't really have a post... There was no wrap-up. The story's done with Endwalker, you know? And then 5.1 through 5.55 are just kind of... Or not 6.1 through 6.55 are just, like, kind of there, you know? I think 6.55 was the only real intro. Are your hands okay, honey? Have you overdone it today? Alright, where? And Shadowbringers was so dark, and usually, oftentimes, I've seen where games, they try to go dark, but they wind up just chuny and obnoxious. Shadowbringers did not do that. Shadowbringers was legitimately dark. I was, every step of the way in Shadowbringers, my first time playing through it, I was worried that one of our characters was going to die. One of the Scions was going to die. I was legitimately scared. The first time we took control of Thancred, I thought we were playing Thancred's death scene right there.
I expected there would be a moment where you just couldn't succumb. You just couldn't prevent the Light Wardens within you. And
Yeah.
you would, like, of course, yeah.
Shadowbringers story-wise.
Yeah.
I actually did enjoy story-wise.
Did you like Emmett Selk as a villain? You understood his motivation, where he was coming from.
Well, I understand all of the villain's motivation. Whether or not I find them annoying or obnoxious or anything, it's like, take it or leave it. Emmett Selk was a
well-written villain. Villains that think of themselves as the heroes are usually the better villains, just historically. This is why Lex Luthor is a better villain than who? King Richard. Luthor's a better villain than Joker. Because Joker's just crazy.
Evil. He's crazy. He's evil.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor thinks is like.
Lex
Superman's
Luthor
a threat
thinks
to the world.
literally
I'm
thinks
gonna
he's
stop him.
saving the world by stopping Superman.
And if he was right that Superman wanted power, then Lex Luthor is a great hero.
Have a tune myself.
But it's just one of those
Yeah.
things he doesn't understand someone else not wanting power.
I just wish... My biggest issue with Snyder's movies was how dark they were. And I'm not talking about tonally dark. I'm talking about I want to see what's happening on the screen. Yeah. Yep. Very much. And if Superman should fly in blue skies, not in brown skies. Oh yeah. I am so excited for the gun Superman. The problem with Superman, and this has been my problem with Superman for a while now, and it's the same problem we have with Batman. If you take a look at at the gold standard, I'm talking, what's her bucket that played Harley? Margot Robbie. Yeah. Gold standard casting for characters, for actors, for superhero actors. Margot Robbie, Robert Downey Jr., J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. Like, holy shit. There has not been a perfect Spider-Man. Like, there's good arguments for all three of the main people that have played Spider-Man. I'm not going to choose one. I'm not going to get into that argument. But yeah, J. Jonah Jameson was flawless. J.K. Simmons was flawless as J. Jonah Jameson. And that gold standard. The problem is Christopher Reeves was that for Superman. Christopher Reeves was amazing as Superman and as Clark Kent. He pulled off both perfectly. And he was confident and suave, and I'm here to take charge and save everybody, and don't worry, I know the plan. And at the same time, he was humble and quiet and listening to people's problems and trying to be there to help others and like bumbling and dorky but also adorable, and you know, like he was perfect Clark Kent. But he was perfect Clark Kent and perfect Superman, and you don't get that. And Batman, we had Kevin, the voice actor for the Batman the Animated Series. Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy. Like, no one comes close to Kevin Conroy. Water presents more than life-sustaining wicked. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Mark Hamill was... He retired when Kevin Conroy died. Mark Hamill retired the Joker. He will not do Joker anymore now that Kevin Conroy's dead. And people like HWB asked him repeatedly to come in and do a movie. Or they wanted to come do Joker. Come be Joker for this animated series. Come be Joker for this video game. And his response was always, is Kevin Batman? If Kevin's not Batman, I'm not coming. Yeah.
The behavior and stuff. And I wonder how much of that kind of gets muddled.
Yeah. But, I mean... What they're supposed to, yeah.
Is wanting them to do, but it may not play the way the director thinks it will on film for the finished product.
Oh, what's his bucket? The guy that played the newest Batman in The Batman, was like, oh, what did he say? He said in an interview recently, I hope they hurry up and start filming soon. They hired me to play young Batman, and now I'm going to be old Batman. I'm going to be 38 soon. The Batman, the movie that he's in, he's supposed to be like late 20s. He's supposed to be like just starting out. It's based more on year one Batman comic.
You know, in the world that kind of shifted priorities, especially in Hollywood. We had to deal with the whole pandemic. We've had other things come up since then.
Yeah. I am 100 pages in. They are currently doing a meeting to discuss how the operation's going to go. I'm working my way through book 4 right now. Escort quests are so nice when the characters actually follow behind you. Huh, wife? By these two?
By the sudden following and the changing quests.
The whole... Sorry, someone is chasing right behind me.
Alright, wait, where
especially
because
you're little.
We're going
You're also a
Firelord
girl,
thing,
so.
good.
Yeah, I'm at the briefing right now. Nix, you would enjoy this game. I am... Okay, so have you played any of 14 at all? Or you just play the other games? The more Final Fantasy you've played, the more you'll enjoy Final Fantasy 14. Because rather than making a new Final Fantasy, so Final Fantasy 14 came out and it sucked. There were a lot of problems with it.
1.0.
And so they fired the old producer and brought in a new director and producer to take over, and he has been wonderful. He has been amazing. We love him. And the more Final Fantasy games you have played, the more you will enjoy it. Your quest reward for finishing A Realm Reborn is patch 2.0. Okay, there's expansion combat. There was expansion content. There's 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.55, and then we go into 3.0, which is the first expansion. For finishing 2.0, your reward is flight, so you can fly around all the zones that you've done so far, and a mount. And the mount that you get is Magitech armor, as in from Final Fantasy VI Magitech armor. Yeah, no, 14 was a shit show when it first came out. I tried it. It was awful. I got about 30 levels into it and quit. There were
massive lag issues.
It was all kinds of problematic. 5 or so years ago, when Blizzard was being just awful, like just an absolute shit show of a company. Some friends of mine convinced me to give it another try. So I went, all right, fine, I'll come try it again. And I have loved every minute of it. Because it's Final Fantasy, it's more story-driven than it is player-driven. So it is an RPG MMO rather than an MMO RPG.
You can't get to the new content as soon as it releases. You have to play all the previous expansions.
Now, you can just buy your way to current content if you really want to, but that's not as much fun. Like, I would do it if I wanted to keep a character on an old server and I had some friends on a different server, I would go ahead and pay, because I've already experienced the story. I would go ahead and pay to bump a character up to max level and be done with it. But I wouldn't want to... I would not recommend that for a new player. Rough estimate, you're looking at about 500 hours of gameplay to get to max level. And that's not counting side content. This is an MMO. There's an absurd amount of content. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing Final Fantasy since 1989, I want to say. 1989, 1990, something around there. I played 1 on the Nintendo. 2 and 3 were not released in America. I played 4, which was released as 2 in America. I played 3, which was released as 6 in America. I bought a PlayStation just so I could play Final Fantasy 7. Went ahead and picked up 8 and 9. Never finished 10. I just didn't have the time. Went into the military. Didn't play 11 because it was an MMO. And I wasn't interested in MMOs at the time. And some friends of mine told me about the gameplay. They're like, oh yeah, we get to sit out here and we get to look for a party for 2 hours before we could finally go out and level up. Because the only way to level up is by getting with a party and going and killing stuff. And I'm like, pass. Because I want to play on my schedule, not waiting for other people to catch up to me. Which is why I played WoW instead. Haven't touched 12 or 13. I never owned a PlayStation 3, so I could never play 13. 14 I love. 15 I own, but I'm only like 2 hours into, and I don't think we haven't even set the Xbox up at this house, have we, wife?
I don't know if it's here.
It might be in the storage unit. Is it here? Okay, it's in the garage. And I haven't picked up 16 yet. I want to pick up 16, but I'd rather play it on Steam. I don't want to buy a PlayStation 5.
It is on Steam.
It is on Steam.
Yeah.
I need to pick up the other I need to redo the Final Fantasy. I want to pick up 7 so I can experience it, the remake of 7, so I can experience and see how they did things and see how they changed things, so that I want to do a video talking about how I would remake 6 as a fully modern MMO. Like give the rebirth treatment to Final Fantasy 6. Oh yeah, no. Y'shtola. Y'shtola's CEDH level. Like, she's absurd. I want to play 7 first. We'll get to it eventually. It's gonna be a bit. Because the person who was doing 7, they asked him if they could do this Final Fantasy 6 treatment
What would it take to do Final Fantasy 6?
Do Final Fantasy 6, and he's like 20 years. It would take us 20 years to get it done. And it's like, yeah. But I thought about it. It's like, oh yeah, no, this is... You could stretch the intro to when Edgar joins the party. 10 hours.
So which one are we doing first, Mom? Because I think you're ahead of me. Are you following the Thancred quest or the trial?
You guys are way ahead of me.
I've just been staying in here waiting for time to tell
I'm now
Mom.
entering the main hall.
I left the building and went and talked to people.
Alright, I'm now talking to Kryl. You guys are ahead of me.
Now I'm in a new location.
Oh, so I guess we're doing Thancred first.
Okay. Yeah, I talked to Thancred, and it had to do with locations where I was at, who was closest.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
Just a heads up, Nix, this will be spoilers for you. This is the 5th and final expansion of this story arc.
Like this saga.
The saga. The saga that was going on for 12 years.
It's fine, Oriange. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see 2 paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal.
You have a good one. Enjoy your sushi.
The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan. Not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as
cool.
was
We're not getting on
Archon
that
Louis
boat.
Soir. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve.
You okay?
Our future may depend on it.
Do you like the idea of a rod sticking
As
out
for
from
our
up there?
second potential path,
So you can hang
it
your...
concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavner.
Oh,
Her
going to
missive
Thavner.
describes the sudden appearance of a tower and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Have you not attuned? Oh, this one.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Rads at Han, the individual who governs the city-state,
Too bad, you're going to be sick.
has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. It is possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, and having you join the group heading to Thavner would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnerian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts. You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlian. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Some bleach? What do you mean?
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nidana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Bleachers? I'm so lost, Waffles. I don't get it. All right, talk to Thancred. Oh, Thancred's dead. You killed Thancred, wife. The confluence, thou sayest. Afraid so, my friend. Hunt for Iceheart, who to Sanctuary delivered the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreda. Moonbreda was the authority on aetherology, a field of study she embarked upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? Nope. Oh. Oh, that, yeah. Difficult, we'll manage. Say so no intention of forsaking our cause. Go to the Confluence and face what has been long overdue. He's gotta meet with her parents. I thought you meant the white pigs. That's what I refer to them as. Where do we need to go? Oh, just... Yeah, you almost did.
I don't run around killing people. Letting them die is not killing them.
My library book's overdue again? Such a great line. Ah. Ah, test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects. Going to explain. Sat down again. Need help? Don't hurt yourself. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up right now. I should have it ready next week. Spent about a page talking about Yonko Big. I didn't know it was an anime only until I did more research on that. That kind of makes sense. I thought it was just like a light novel adaptation or a manga adaptation. It would just end like, you know, after the first arc and then the story went on after that. But nope, it is a... Yeah, you fucked something up, wife. I noticed. You gonna be alright? That monitor's being... it's still off. Oh, it's on now. Okay. All right, where are we going now, chat? Story of your mother's life. It almost looks like it's not plugged in.
Right, we're all set. Just the four of you, was it?
I wonder if if it's a loose plug on the monitor itself, like it got bumped.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
You are? Oh, I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
You just lost 3 of them.
I know.
What can I do to help?
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through
Okay,
the ether.
you're up.
Those
Wait.
2, this one is not.
Oh.
And that one is trying to figure out.
I'm pretty sure that one's not a power issue. I think it's a plugged into the PC issue.
Nothing with the PC one's changed.
You bumped shit. It's possible that's what happened. Here we go.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Teensy-weensy bit of violent ethereal sickness. Love a line like that.
Come on.
It's flashing, but it's not getting a signal.
Okay. Here for a while. You're coming over here.
Thavnir, home to city-state Rads Al-Khan. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time. Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance? Against such an insidious foe.
Oh. Need help? Oh, that one's working. I don't know what you did.
Unplugged power from the back of the monitor, replugged it
I've
back.
seen fairer
And it
faces after a
And it
bout of
worked.
bad shellfish.
And it took a while for me to really get it out because it was in properly.
Let me bring you something to drink.
It's also because you're
Should
weak,
help
girly,
settle
and
your
crippled.
bellies.
Okay.
Are you
There was
okay?
a note with Kryle's instructions.
Move my mouse without. Right, there we go.
Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Ugh.
Yay! Okay.
I do control my Aether rather well, thank you very much. Will you be able to reach Astinian in time? Where is Astinian?
Why can't I run?
There he is. Oh god. Aether sickness. Oh. Come on. Oh. Are you okay? Did you scare yourself?
It was falling backwards.
No, it was just tilting a little bit.
No, as in those creeps, I wasn't moving, it just threw me back.
You alright now? You gonna die on me? Alright, we stopped Astinian. Ugh. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. A whole week. The goal was monocolored decks that each have one of the cards that breaks the card limit rule, and the deck is built around those cards, and I wanted 30 copies of those cards in each of the decks. Not even Alphino could hold a candle to you.
Wait. If I do thing, we stop. We won't. That's good. Alright, we can mount up with NPCs following us. Now. Oh wait, we go this way. Good, the map pulled up.
No, it's not a real magic card. I don't like doing decks around custom commanders or unglued, unhinged stuff. I'll do them once in a while, but I don't like doing stuff like that. Oh, you should build a deck around my custom commander, or I could slit my wrists and do push-ups in saltwater. Going to the pier. Have I attuned to this aetherite? I am now. Well, hello, little gemstone trader. Actually, Q Stuff came up with an idea for some deck lists, so we're going to be doing those next week. It's almost entirely patron-sponsored videos, so I'm waiting to hear back from a couple patrons on approval for whether or not they want the deck list or what changes need to be made. And then the week after that, in celebration of Tarkir, we're going to do a bunch of classic Dragon Commanders, and the idea is, let's build a bracket 1 dragon deck. Let's build a bracket 2 dragon deck. Let's build a bracket 3 dragon deck. Let's build a bracket 4 dragon, you know, stuff like that.
I made a sale. Mom's probably better at this than me. You're probably better than this than me because you worked in sales. Can I even attune to this? Yeah, I haven't checked.
Mom's never been in sales.
Oh.
Mom was support. Mom's engineering and product management. And analytics and some accounting.
You're sales.
I'm sales. Mom and I are arch enemies.
But know thy enemy.
Mister.
Of course
So
the product
weird.
can't do that. Why are you surprised that sales lied to you about that?
And product said we would have this by Q2. It's now Q4. What's going on? Oh, it was never actually going to be implemented. You guys are just blowing smoke so that we can make more sales. I see how it is. I don't want to hear it. Y'all lie. Just support, not support. Engineering lies more than sales. Product lies more than sales. No, no. That wasn't your plan. That was your, what's the word? That was your announcement. It was never the plan. The plan was always to fuck sales.
No, the plan was always to make a great product, and then marketing comes in and makes promises and tells us, hey, you should add this, and we tell them why that's a stupid idea, and they go, okay, so you're going to do it eventually.
I don't know if you could make Potluck 5. And no, I'm not making a video trying to make a dinosaur deck a 5. The only reason I'm doing it with the dragon deck is because I'm cheating. Oh, the elephant.
Are the elephants the new society's quest?
Yup.
Fun.
Ding.
We're gonna be 80 for quite a while.
Oh, gotta sell fish. Alright. We're gonna go Reaper instead. Even though my item level sucks.
Well, you got the gear from this. From these quests.
Oh, that's right, I can. From all of these. Let's go.
I have nearly max level gear. I think I'm missing like... I'm missing the rings.
Oh, I've got it for tank, healer, and caster. I don't have it for Reaper. But Reaper's like such a low priority. Yeah, that'll do it.
I'm gonna fight mobs.
I got a question for you, Waffles.
You ran off without me!
Haha.
Oh!
Gonna cry, wife.
You're usually faster.
It's true.
I was expecting there to be mobs, so I wasn't even thinking on it, because that sometimes causes issue. I didn't want it to
I'm-
spawn twice. The different
I failed to make a sale. Boo.
I wanna kill stuff. Please summon mobs. Oh. You hear a voice. I'm asking for help.
How often, when you're playing a Pantlaza deck, do you have lands untapped by the time it comes back to your turn?
Actually, wait a minute. We need to get an ether here.
Oh, I don't even have it on my bar. Where is it?
Collections?
Is it under collections?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's one like kind of far east. You'll have to discover the activity of that area. North. Well, probably way north.
Oh. No, there's a, damn it.
Scared me so much.
Bootlegger's stash is like $1. And it's a 6-mana artifact that says lands you control have tap, make a treasure token.
Mister, don't spend any time around Tim. I don't want to see you sick. You really coughed enough on the floor already.
Oh my gosh, I can't make a single sale to save my life. Well, the first one I was
You
just
made
obnoxious
sale.
butthole.
Mom, you made a sale.
A sale?
It was the middle one we got. Possible, just not the easiest. I don't have an umbrella. You have one, you're a Hulk.
Haha, I have an umbrella.
I'm going to eventually get...
Oh, you're a bard right now.
Yeah. I can't wait for get to the point where when we're just caught up, and then when we continue story, it'll just be on Dad's main.
Yeah. Cause I ain't leveling or doing alt shit as of the end of this month. I got the MSQs coming out. I got new raids to do. I got weapons to get.
Mister, you good? Oh, perfect.
You may want to look into Bootlegger Stash. A lot of people laugh at it and think it's just a dumb Magic card, but honestly, I've seen that card close out games. It's basically an old school mana battery. Oh. You got DC'd?
Uh-oh. I didn't. I'm not showing me signs of drag.
You're looking to increase your mana base. I was just suggesting that. I mean, it's like I said, it's a $1 Magic card. This is much cheaper than some of the other cards you could look at getting. But again, if it's your deck is one of those, hey, I don't have. Oh no, cute stuff is offline. Yeah.
Well, usually if you can wait a few minutes, it will allow you to re-queue, but honestly, I feel that...
Logging out completely and logging back in is usually faster, yeah.
Or it just also just makes it feel like you're doing something instead of just...
Yeah, waiting around for a few seconds.
Yeah. Who has time for that? All we know is re-log in.
Oh, there's a hill. I'm so used to flying in this zone. Do now? It's adorable. Yeah.
I'll get this question later.
You okay, Matsuya? It's one of those, if you wind up on your upkeep, or you have a lot of lands up tapped, but you want big mana for future events, like you're saving your mana for something big, it's great. It's just mana storage. Because I'm going to make all my lands make treasure tokens. Like, how great is that? Yeah.
Wait a minute. I've seen this before.
Have you?
Thinking 5. Or it might have been 4, I don't remember.
Oh, there's the tower. Nice. Oh, there it is. There's all this rain, chat. What's going on?
We haven't seen anyone die yet.
Pot Laza is just absurd as a commander. No. Go away. Go away, go away. Go away, go away, go away. Nope. Okay, nothing important. There you are. Go away, Gaja. I'm not sure if Cute Stuff would want Pat Laza as a commander. I know she just is in love with Gishath. Gishath's her big mommy stompy deck.
That and I do kind of have a love for
T-Rexes.
no, what's his name? Zakama.
Yeah, Zakama's amazing. Hang on.
I love Zakama.
Discover X, where X is that creature's toughness. Do this only once each turn. Yeah. Animal faces with the bodies of men. Got it. That makes sense. There it is. Three sisters. That's funny. Blue is stronger than green at high levels of commander. If you're rank 3, rank 4, it's about even. Rank 5, blue dominates. Ranks 1 through 3, green is the dominant color. Trying to convince Nyx, not sure if they're back or not, but trying to convince Nyx to give 3-color a try. Oh, the crabs. The Krabby Crabs. What dragon precon to get? What are you thinking? Oh, from the 5 upcoming ones? Yeah. Mardu and Teamer for me.
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists.
I'm
I
not
see no
gonna tune
evidence
them.
of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Why do you hate tokens?
Oh, we have guests.
Here he is.
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
That's a dragon-slaying weapon.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow. People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
You don't want, like, dinosaur tokens? Oh, dragon scales.
Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
When I heard scales, I was expecting this to go in a different direction.
Those are dragon
because everyone got up so rapidly.
Right.
It's like, this is crack.
Such
This
materials
is their
are
equivalent
vital
to
their most pressing
some
research.
drug.
And we are
Did you eat dinner?
fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing
Wife?
fruit.
What did you eat today, other than gummies and potato chips and chocolate?
What's that? Is it leftovers?
That's a leftover night.
Okay.
Well,
Then, yeah,
I will be
did
right
get
back, chat. I apologize. I'm going to go
Soon we will
warm
have
myself up some
capable
leftovers.
of nullifying
And I'm
the
going to force
etheric
feed the
emissions
wife.
from that accursed tower.
Be right back. We're just going to pause it right here. And we're back, chat. Sorry about that. Gotta keep cute stuff fed if she doesn't want to murder us.
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course. You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
What's your opinion on cards that come back from the graveyard as token versions of themselves? Or exiling a creature like with Scarab God, where you're exiling a creature from a graveyard and putting a token copy of it onto the battlefield. But it's a 4/4 black zombie.
It concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
Really working for it to make them?
You must be quite familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Oh no.
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory. Cease your shoving, or so help me.
I can do jank.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival? My
Did you not see
colleagues
all the
are a
videos that
little
I posted
giddy with
this week?
excitement.
Well, 4 out of 5 of them are jank. One of them's pretty scary, but the other 4 are just silly.
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk? As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent a request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Alright, let's go to the Aetheryte. That's a pretty Aetheryte. Interesting. I remember coming back to Magic after being gone for over 15 years or for a while. 2004 to 2017, what is that, 13 years? Yeah, 13 years. And finding out that they had officially printed tokens now. And it was like, it blew me away that we could get token creatures now. I thought it was so cool. So when we first got back into Standard, it was right after Hour of Devastation and Amonkhet were out. And so those were the boxes we were picking up to build Standard decks. And we would buy cases. We would buy 6 boxes at a time to be able to get the cards we needed. And I know some people are going to think that's crazy to have that many cards, but we had 7 or 8 decks. Yeah. So Cute Stuff's deck was built around a mechanic called Embalm or Eternalize, which is you pay whatever mana and exile that copy from the graveyard and then return it to the battlefield as a token copy. She also had 4 copies of Anointed Procession in the deck. So she would exile 1 and bring back 4 if she had 2 Anointed Processions on board. And people were like, wait, what? So all of a sudden she's got 4 double striking kitties. And everyone's like, wait a minute here. A little bit of life gain, and you like destroying tokens?
I'll take the 86 damage to my face. I'm fine.
See, my big token deck, I have 3 token decks. One of them is Locust God, and that one's pretty much only Locust tokens. One of them is Xyrus, and that one's pretty much only Snake tokens. And the other one is Kraven Regna, and the token creatures in that one exist to be sacrificed. I wish I'd had the money to come to Chicago and we could play in-person waffles. Maybe. We'll see. All right. You guys already back from going to...
Yeah, this little errand.
Yeah. Well, I'm going up top, I think. No? Where the... What?
You go out and then up.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Give me flight back.
My little eye. Purple quest.
Well, that's just because you're mean, Waffles.
Wait, there's another purple quest down there. Oh no. There's another purple quest in Ijilamad. How do you... Yeti Himad. It started raining.
Yep, does about every 8 hours. Weather changes about every 8 hours. In game.
Yeah. Oh, you're a...
Yeah, I went to get food, so I'm way behind. So I had to feed both me
Well, I'm
and your
glad
mother.
it's also
But I'm going to make
making me
Mother give me a soda
auto-travel.
here in a minute.
It's making me auto travel. And so I had enough time to ban this bot.
I'm feeding Mother
Whoa.
breakfast at 7:30 at night. Stomach and bowel integrity still upholding. Root beer, please. Root beer, please. You have not been setting your thing on top. Your claw on top of your monitor. Do you want me to call you on it so you remind you? Savage order into Apex, Altasar? That's so neat. Thank you, my love. Survived comparatively unscathed. Alright, let's take you back. I shall collect the drunken Deepa.
You slipped off a mountain.
Alright, let's go pick flowers.
Part of me is wanting to hold off on them two for a split second because there's a purple quest down at the Aetheryte we attuned to way earlier.
Huh. We should probably get those done and out of the way.
Yeah.
We like flying.
Flying? What's that? I forgot. 640 yalms northeast. Is this going to be in at the top of the cliff? Or is it at the bottom of the cliff and we can't get there yet?
Oh, we can. Oh, where are we going? Black hair here. I don't know. Looking for a black you could call us. Oh. Come on. You can right click to follow me. Yeah, wait, did you get it?
I love that the elephants are the most, like, cautious and soft-spoken and just gentle race that we encounter in all of Final Fantasy. They're just gentle, soft giants.
They know they could easily overpower us. They don't. That's rude.
It is rude. All right.
It didn't point us to this location on the map. Just kind of.
It said northeast, and it's kind of. Hi, Hazy-chan. My phone? Thank you.
Okay.
I had hands full of food.
It's not anything right here, so we can't exactly go back. Okay, for there we can just go there, but I think I'm gonna start on the alchemist or dance.
Thank you, dear.
All the way over there. Which is I love would take a shortcut. That's a giant cliff.
Ah.
Yes,
That's
that
true.
would be Rad's
Fight
and
doesn't
Han.
care if they're tapped or not.
Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
I think it was at that
The
cliff.
faithful
and I just
citizens
missed it.
huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has
Didn't
all
bother to
but ground
check.
to a standstill.
So I thought it was way
I pity
further
the
out.
satrap, the trials he must be facing.
We are pretty far up. It's just because we've been on the side of this map so much. So we're on like the bottom part.
Well,
Okay.
he is the most important person in Radzat-Han.
Okay, no, it's
Long ago,
probably back
this
up there,
island was
but
home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the
you're
warlike
turned around.
Gajasura,
Brilliant.
forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace
Oh,
and
Lady 5.
prosperity
Oh,
reigned
that's
for a
too
time,
scary.
until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
30. Oh, people are doing it. Okay.
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since,
Game?
a member of that esteemed lineage
What?
has inherited this
The game froze for a
somewhat
split
unique
second. I was
position.
like, did I DC?
You see,
Normally
by
it
and
doesn't
large,
stay here for
the
this
state
long.
is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzat-Han to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
There's one more interactable. Oh, down here.
Yep, I see it.
Didn't see it earlier. Because I couldn't see the glitters because the light was shining on it.
I told you I need to adjust those
I
ratios.
was like, that's so bright. How was I supposed to notice that?
After we drain Justinian of all of his blood first, you know.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its
Alright, we can go
tempering
submit that quest and that's
influence
back at the town.
magic
I'm gonna
trinkets.
go down here to get the purple quest that we didn't grab earlier.
I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What
Yeah.
was that man's name? Oh, something? Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious.
How will they manage this feat? With the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal.
Is this an escort course?
Complications be damned. For we
No.
cannot escape the nature of our souls.
We just need to go up there.
And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Message my oldest real quick.
Plump. Our heads are plumped. We smash their faces into a wall. Our mount's too tall. Up. Go. Yep.
I kind of want to see what you look like on this mount, honey, when you finally get a chance to ride it. Oh, you know what? Ah. Oh, please accept it as a token of my gratitude. I will gladly accept your chunk of XP. Thank you very much for the chunk of XP, sir. Ma'am.
Alright.
Hey, Sticky Monkey. You can come join us, but you gotta be on the floor. How'd that honey stuff? It is still medicinal. It is medicine. It doesn't taste like shit. I have had much worse tasting medicine than those things. It doesn't taste like shit either, though, does it? I mean, you're not going to go out of your way to eat a bunch of them, but hey, better to have something that tastes okay. Sean, what do you got, bud?
Alright, that went well.
I can't hear you.
It goes much better when I can remember what my rotation is supposed to be.
Well, as a bard?
Yeah.
... smash.
Yeah, I'm getting Viper some extra XP because Reaper's 81 now. Like,
oh, you get to play
I'm doing
Viper?
this right.
Viper's so much fun, son.
It's like, I'm pressing buttons, and when they glow, and they're dying, so I think I'm doing this right. Because there isn't a combo system, it's just, you get buffs that indicate you can do more buttons, and they just replace the current buttons. So...
Yep.
And
It's
there's
the
like,
weirdest thing. It took me forever to figure it out. Once I got it, I was like, oh, is this it? This is the whole class? Okay, this is easy. This is an ugly bird. Do you need one of these mounts, honey? The ugly bird mounts?
Mister.
No, you don't understand, Aid. Look at how wide my legs are and how I'm just holding on for dear life. It's very silly. Yep. I guess I'm getting the exploration XP. Oh, we're going down to the beach, huh? We're not going up to the quarry? Seems weird. Why would we go to the beach?
This is not a, okay. That's not a ether quest, and I think that's just another quest line. But we don't care about that, so we'll just go to make the quest we have.
Actually, what was the name of that quest sign that you turned down?
The one we just did. J.
Oh, you just teleported.
Wait. Oh, this is a new era.
Never mind. I'll figure it out myself. No, I meant the next one in the quest chain. No.
That child was the one we did that first got the ether current. The one after that didn't give
The
us
one
any-
after that is also purple. I was going to look that one up and see if that was the one that starts the... what's it called? But I don't think it is. The
Nice.
society quest.
Ah. If it is, then we'll do it at a later time. Well, usually it's only one quest. Usually it's only like one quest that gives us it.
We usually have to, like, get to a certain point in the MSQ, though, so...
Oh. I did not click on you. Okay, fine. Alright, we're talking to soldiers. Ah. You're goddamn right. We're not gonna let those bastards take us. I want to ride the Hamsa again.
All right, bringing the rocks back. Ooh, a purple quest.
Who is this? I saw someone.
Your claw? Are you not getting up? Okay. Looked at me like I was crazy for a second. What are you talking about, claw? Ah, juice. No, no, no. Could have asked me, honey, can you grab me my blue bag? Yeah, so let me grab you your blue bag, wife. Well, then fuck off. Where was it?
My remote holder thing.
Your cushion with the holes. One down. Of course. The boy-son and the wife are both like 10 minutes ahead of me, so I went downstairs and fed the wife.
They're gonna do family issues while I get to play the game.
Ugh.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well. You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism.
We don't get
but I
dungeons
sincerely
that
get the sense they're close to a
like
breakthrough.
starting.
You don't get what?
You know, this feels like the start of a dungeon.
They had better be.
Or trial.
All this effort was
Could
for
it be?
naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that. What is it? What? Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last! Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
Is there still an aid down here?
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless. Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
What's that sneaky bastard up to?
Shall we be on our way?
Evil?
I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
What?
You got a headache from talking to a guy, son?
No.
Thought it was only women that gave you headaches.
It was something he said.
You starting to see the plot, the big picture?
Yeah.
Ugh. What you downloading now, wife? Hmm? Oh, that's the law one that we've been seeing lots of. Yeah.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
They're just silly.
Any moment now.
I appreciate that.
It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Well, one of these days, we're going to finally get you to watch The Batman.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance. A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What? Oh, there we go! Oh, there we go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting. Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
81 or 82?
At your service.
Amron.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled
So switching over to Black Mage.
and ripe for decay.
a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation, slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Sorry, chat. Try to find something, and it's not readily available. All right, Thankard, what you got for me? That might work, chat. Maybe. Yeah, sorry guys, we did not save them. Grab the NyQuil. No. In the door. No? Not NyQuil for aid? Alright. Well, stop. Stop, Claw. Get in the habit. Thank you. Oh. Time to follow the road, chat. Sort of. Kind of know where I'm going, so don't really need to follow the road too much. Which one is it? The orange honey? I like the orange honey. I don't care. I'm gonna keep buying it. Love you.
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Ruds at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed
I need to
up
take that
by
box out
patchwork
from under your
streets.
desk, don't I?
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Oh.
Here we are, Megadota. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude. I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not.
Yeah.
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat-Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the Satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat-Han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as Satrap is just...
a charade. Yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat-Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my whim.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood. From the very first, We sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz at Arn. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you
Be nice, boy.
to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk.
The thing is, it's been
Just
2
think of
expansions
what
since we
might
got a tank.
accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
It's been 1 expansion since we got
I
a
worry,
healer.
however, that even the 4 of us
No
may be too
expansion
few
since
for
we
what
got
you
a
have in
magic
mind.
DPS or.
Might we
I
regroup
think
our
I think the
friends
next,
first to discuss the
if they're doing it on a proper rotation, I think we're going to get ranged and tank on the next expansion.
Tis no trifling
However, I'm hoping it'll be healer and tank. Therefore, we can have an expansion where no new DPS is introduced. Because every single expansion is introduced at least one.
in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
I think Gambler would be kind of cool to see as with a rotation.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz at Harn, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
Alright, return to Charlian. I'm finally catching up to you two. You guys are so far ahead of me.
I'm on my 3rd cutscene, or I'm about to go into the 3rd cutscene in the same location.
Just waiting for people to come by and we're discussing.
Yeah.
We love you, Stola. I cannot tell you the number of times I've gone into that inn room right there, retired to that room right there. Oh my gosh.
You got Dancer and Shadowbringers as well.
Was Dancer in Shadowbringers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Last range was before Dawntrail. The last magic was in Stormblood.
We just got a caster.
We just got a melee.
We just got a caster, just got a melee. What did we
Well,
get in Endwalker? Endwalker, we got a melee and a healer.
Yeah.
Shadowbringers, we got a tank and a healer, or a tank and a ranged. We got
Stormblood
a
was a
caster
melee
and a
and a healer.
melee.
Then
In
Heaven's Word
Stormblood.
was weird because it had 3.
Heaven's Word was
It had
weird 'cause it had
tank,
3.
melee, and healer.
Tank, melee, ranged.
No, sorry, no. Tank,
Tank,
healer,
ranged,
range.
healer.
Yeah.
Reading books. Learning about the history of Charlene. I want to read all the books. I never get to read. Waiting at the designated location. Oh, this spot. Is this one where we find Alizé asleep? Not yet.
Nope, not yet. After we're done with that spot, we gotta go find out.
Oh, cool. This is the part where I get a job.
You should have multiple jobs, son. You should level up your crafting so that you can, you know, earn money.
Money. I got.
How else are you gonna afford a house?
true. I feel like I'm waiting to get to the good housing locations. They stopped doing that since Stormblood.
The Stormblood housing didn't start until end of Shadowbringers.
Oh. Well, now we're in Dawn Trail. Still no Shadowbringers housing. This is where I get the secret job called server.
Alright, 1.
Oh, wait, I don't want to mess this up. What's the right order?
There's Cryle.
Tea. Omelette. Lobster. Tea, omelette, lobster.
You remembered. Don't fall.
I think this will be the last quest from me.
I'm just looking over to see what you're doing. Okay. So I want to make sure I catch up to you before, so we start at the same point tomorrow. Alize drinking tea on the docks. She's so adorable. Yes. Where Alex is.
Yeah, he's still in the cutscene. I can back.
Gotcha.
These things are getting spicy. Alright, that's quest. I'm spinning because it's 9 o'clock.
It is 9 o'clock. It is the end of your stream, my son.
I'm gonna make sure I go to the ether. Right.
I want you to get on those dishes bright and early tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Oh. Tea set for the chatty group by the water's edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander. Oven baked lobster for the Makote. Okay. Oven baked lobster for the Makote. The omelette. Omelette du fromage. That's my wife's favorite. Omelette du fromage. Literally eggs and cheese. But because you say it in French, it sounds fancy. Okay. Where you at, girly? There you are. You finished talking to her wife? Oh. Alizé very much strikes me as more of a coffee girl
When our
than a
father
tea girl.
disowned us, I couldn't believe
What do you think?
what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Where are those gleaners going?
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
What's Labyrinthos?
A vast complex beneath the island.
What?
Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual? Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum.
Dun,
If the
dun,
appearance
dun.
of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
All right. We finished that up, chat. We're going to go ahead and call it a night. I want to thank everyone for stopping by tonight, and we will be back